Greetings, welcome to another day of Autoforge development. So today we started looking at how do we just kind of get the whole Lua and game engine working well together. We're thinking about hot reloading for our Lua scripts, and then also another big question is how do we get our Teal scripts to just work nicely with our engine and everything. So Teal is a typed dialect of Lua. I have it up here. So it's kind of like TypeScript, but for Lua. And we really like that because type or just having the type information is helpful whenever you have a large code base. So if you're working with just a small little script, you don't need to worry about like what is being passed in as a parameter to this function or whatever, because it's all right there, right? But whenever you have one script calling another script that's calling another script, it is very easy to get lost on what exactly this entity parameter is. Do you mean entity ID, or is it the entity that's like that class from our C++ code, or maybe it's something else? Or let's say we're passing around a player, like what is that player exactly? And so by having Teal, we can have that type information, so we can specify like, hey, this player is actually an entity, or hey, this entity is actually a number, so we know it's an ID, and so on. And so we can provide that type information, which is extremely helpful. So we want to use Teal. It's great. So how do we hook that up to our code base so that way we're processing all this? So Teal will take your Teal script, your .tl file, and you can check it to see if there are any issues, and you can generate a Lua file from your Teal script. And so we want to do both of those. The checking can actually happen in our editor, and there's an extension for VS Code that does highlighting and error checking, so it's already doing that for us, so that's awesome. But we also want IntelliSense. We want to have auto completion in there. And so that's actually something I spent a lot of time today kind of starting to research, is how do we add in support in this extension to have auto completion? And I really don't know yet. This is something that's very new to me, and I'm just kind of like poking around at things. I have traditionally used Sublime Text, and I never made an extension for Sublime Text, and I've definitely never made an extension for Visual Studio Code. So yeah, I'm kind of looking at moving over to VS Code and using this as well as some other extensions, just to kind of make things a little bit easier, since that's what my dev partner is also using. So if we have similar environments, then that'll just make our lives easier. So we have that. And then another thing that we're going to be doing to try to make this nicer is that Teal supports declarations of our classes, which they call records. So we can have, like here they say local record point, and then it says that, hey, it has two members like X and Y, and they're both numbers. Or here's a user data with this function status enclosed. So we want to have something like this for our C++ code, so that way it can actually know how, like, what is an entity from our C++ side. And as I believe I've talked about a little bit, we have Lua Expose, which is a tool that my dev partner developed that will parse these attributes that we have set up, like this Lua user type or Lua var, and they so that's being parsed, and then it will generate this um, something like this. So this is a Lua user types component.cpp file. And you can see, let's see here, if we go, yeah, here's our render component. So this is what it looks like. And so here's our bounds. And so this is what it outputs here. So we have it generating this. So that means we're already parsing our C++ code. So all we need to do is have it also generate a file like one of these, I believe they're called .d.tl files, the like declaration or definition, whatever they're called, declaration file that has all of our C++ records or classes. And then once we have the auto completion set up, that'll nicely be able to autocomplete, and also it will be able to properly check that our TL code is being used or is using our classes properly and everything. We have the error checking. So that's the goal. And really, I just started investigating this, and I'm not entirely sure how this is all going to work yet. I know the like flow, that process, it makes sense, but how does it actually work? That's the question I'm going to be trying to figure out. Got some help from some people on my stream today. Sajo, thank you. And then also my dev partner joined, and we talked a little bit on stream trying to figure this out. So yeah, good stream. If you guys are not following the stream already, you should definitely over at twitch.tv/Siege Games. I'll drop a link. I'll also drop a link to Teal. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.